Okay, let me show you really quick here how to work in Photoshop. I'm just going to show you some of the basic tools. We're going to go ahead and open up this About Us. And I'm going to show you some of the tools. Right here is a basic tool. We have our Move tool, which will allow you to move stuff. We have our Text tool, which will allow you to edit text. You can click here and write Ed Kalis or whatever you would want. Go ahead and click on the layer and it'll go back. Right here is our layers palette. That's very important. If you were on the background layer and you were on the Move tool, you wouldn't be able to move anything because it's locked. But if you went to this layer, we can go ahead and move it anywhere. So you got to make sure you're on the Ed Kalis text layer. You can always add a layer here, and you can always throw it away in the trash. So that's how you use the layers palette. Let me also show you with me a second here. Our color palette tool. As you can see here, we can select different colors for what we want to do. We'll go back to the current color. Let me show you how to edit the text color. You can always come here, click this window up here, and as you can see, here we are. We can select gray, lighter gray. We'll go back to current. Make sure you select all the text before you change it. Here we can change the font size. You can go to 72, you can go to 10, you can even type it in, you can put 100, you can put 15.5, whatever you want. You just make sure you have all the text selected. We'll go with 36. You can also change the font. You can go to the Space Age font. Change the font if you like. Right here, let me show you something really quick. We have our history. If you ever need to get your history window or your layers window, all you do is click up here and go to Windows, click on history or layers, and it'll bring them back. Those are very important. So here's our history. We can always go back through every move that we've done. I think it's up to like 20 moves. And you can also always go click up here to the top and go back to where it started. So we'll go back to this edit type layer and just go back one step. You can also go back by going edit step backwards, and you're right back to where you were. So that's how you use these basic tools in Photoshop. You also have a brush tool, which you would want to create another layer. Go ahead and paint with that. As you see, you got make it hard or soft. Here's a soft brush. Not quite, the edges aren't quite as defined. You got different sizes. Make it bigger. You can lower the opacity of it. Just another fun tool. And that is how you use some of the tools here in Photoshop and use the layer palette and the history palette. These are very important things, and you'll use them all the time while you're in Photoshop.